Welcome to Tiddies by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade actual play run entirely by creatures of marginalized genders and presented by Tabletop Tiddies. My name is Kelly, my pronouns are they, them, and I will be your storyteller for tonight. No, that didn't
lasted all but not even a full minute of
I'm not doing this next section with a lisp.
That's fair.
All right. Mm-hmm. Before we get into this episode, we want to acknowledge the colonial history of Canada and how Canada has and continues to take from Indigenous people. The effects of colonization are still felt to this day, and we acknowledge that this episode is being recorded on the stolen lands of the Anishinaabe, Chippewa, Haudenosaunee, Wendat, Secwepemc, Apache, Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coast Salish, and Cheyenne First Nations. If you would like to know more about the effects of colonization and support some Indigenous charities and organizations, you can go to the resources page on our website at tabletoptiddies.com/resources. We would also really love to thank our producer, Paresh, for supporting our show on Patreon and making this all possible. You continue to be awesome, and we love you. Ding. With me, I am joined by the investigators of the occult and unusual and guest.
Hello, everybody. I'm Charlene Bear. I go by Char. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Octavia Miller, the Tremere, whose pronouns happen to be she, her.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel Theilade. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Evelyn Stormloft, the Nosferatu, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Hi, everyone. I'm Casper, and my pronouns are they, them. I am playing Belgium Jerry, the gang girl whose pronouns are fight me.
Heck yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Emily Matchette. I use any pronouns, and I play Imogen Wright, the Salubri, whose pronouns are she, her.
Hello, my friends. My name is Dare, pronouns she, they, fey, playing, as always, your lovable he, they, bay, Leon Cavallo. Shockingly, I'm a Toreador.
And sitting next to me, once again with an out-of-sync title, but that's just the mystique. Kelly?
Good evening. We'll fix it in post. Hello, everyone. I'm Kelly Clark, and tonight I am going to be playing... is it on the screen right now? It is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who I'm playing? All right. I am playing Big D. I think we both use he and him or Lord as our pronouns. So wonderful to be here with you. Yeah.
Great.
Only calling him Big D from now on. That's just a fact.
Our sponsor we'd love to thank Inspire to Create, a space that you can be proud of at Inspire to Create Shop, a small Canadian business supporting and sourcing their materials from other small Canadian businesses. They have everything to make your space as cool and nerdy as possible. They have cheeky and funny decals to personalize your walls and cars, and dishwasher-safe mugs sporting your favorite class for when you come out of a long rest. Roll for initiative with Inspire to Create's Dice Towers and get one for yourself
every night
using
at
our code
8:30. My internet decides
for a discount at Inspire. The number 2, Create Shop on Etsy.
We are also using Sirenscape to help make our stream more atmospheric, and I think we lost Rachel just now.
Oh, no.
There is a La
We
Sombra.
will be right back. Hello. Thank you for staying with us. You'll have to wait until our actual break to hear the rest of that drinking and screaming ad, because right now I'm talking about Sirenscape, which helps make our stream more atmospheric by allowing us to have backing music and insert voices of our sires at times, among other things. You can use it too. It is free at Sirenscape.com. It is now time to shout out a very exquisite other Twitch stream, and I think we have a special guest that would love to do it.
Is it me?
It is
it's
you.
me. Oh, it's me. It's me. I'm not. No, it's Mario. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this as Dracula, or I'm gonna do this as Matt Berry, because we were talking about that. Hello, everyone. Dark Tales is the home of fantastic stories and epic friendships told by a passionate cabal of creatives from the Pacific Northwest. They're a story-first, fun-focused group that strives to provide a welcoming, inclusive, supportive, and accessible experience for die-hard fans and casual viewers alike. Join them for a fantastic lineup, which includes both official Dungeons & Dragons adventures, like Wild Beyond the Witchlight or Call of the Netherdeep, as well as their homebrew setting of Elos and games like a Victorian-era Mage the Ascension game, also set in London in the year 1984? No, 1890X.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the best year.
This is the best year.
This is the best. It's a good vintage. With the exception of the casual Wednesday stream, all of Dork Tales' games are fully costumed and scored to provide the perfect atmosphere for a romantic night in with yourself. So what are you waiting for? Join the party at twitch.tv/dorktales for live episodes, VODs, and check out the back catalog over at youtube.com/dorktales or wherever you find your podcasts. Right.
Excellent.
Right.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Wow, Matt Berry was here. Where'd he go?
If you are catching us live, feel free to throw Dork Tales a subscription. Subscribing via Twitch is one of the best ways to support shows like Dork Tales or the Tiddies, of course. And if you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch sub a month. So we're reminding you to take this time to resubscribe if that's you. And it's just great to support the show. It's how we pay guests like Kelly to come on and pay ourselves a bit if there's anything left over.
I think
That's
there
it
was
for me.
something on these teeth. My tongue is turning numb, so it's going to be fun.
That's not good.
Oh boy.
Now you're really going to have a
undead?
lisp.
My tongue is dying. It's great. Possible triggers for tonight: disregard for human life, vampire stuff, maybe some light politics. We'll see. If any of those things bother you, or if you feel a little bit overwhelmed, feel free to step aside, come back and see how it's going, or skip the episode entirely if it is too much, and you can catch the last time on, which, speaking of, I'm going to do this whole thing with the teeth in, at least.
Oh gosh.
Oy.
Previously on Tiddies by Night. Oh, my music doesn't want to play. You know, technology was supposed to help us at some point in our human history.
It's playing for me.
Good. Previously on Tiddies by Night, Octavia's father, Peter Miller, surprised the IOU with a visit and was introduced to the new members. He told his story about how he traveled far and wide looking for a way to see Octavia's mother again, and how it led him down a dark path. Leon clocked that he seemed off and was a shattered man after nearly dying. But the experience did get him close to the Shadowlands, where he saw Octavia and her mother. This meeting, and the information that the IOU had been attacked, sparked him to abandon his mission and return to London. After some tense moments, he was invited to stay at the IOU office while he recovered from his journeys. Then came a more cheerful night, the celebration of Leon's embrace, which they originally did not want to make a big deal of. Leon then learned that having a partner means they don't necessarily have a choice in the matter, as the rest of the IOU had been prepped ahead of time. The party commenced with decorations, presents, and liquor that Peter had to go buy last minute. Leon received a stone from Octavia that changed color when one of the coterie members were thinking of him, a book of poetry containing both Leon's work and originals from Jerry, calligraphy by Imogen, a painting, Luncheon of the Boating Party by Pierre-Auguste Renoir from Evelyn, and a commissioned portrait from Anne. When Leon revealed the portrait, he immediately recognized the work to be of his sires, who claims to still be watching Leon to this day. Just as Leon went to inquire more about the painting, a pale, sullen man walked through the door. He claimed to be Jonathan Harker and brought a message that Dracula wishes to meet with them in the Elysium. He then promptly died.
And it wasn't funny, it was sad and scary.
Yes, it was very
I
sad
had
and
so
scary.
many questions for him.
But
So many.
we're going to start in a pretty affluent-looking garden in the back of an estate that at this point is not that well lit. We see Evelyn sitting next to Evelyn mid-conversation. Now, dear, you must tell me who you have chosen for this very prestigious assignment.
Well, she never did tell me what the assignment was, right? She just told me, like,
She did not.
find out who owes them shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I have my two people that were. I just can't remember how to pronounce one of their names. Hold on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All in character.
Yeah, this is on top of the. Yeah, hold on. Let me go through my book. Yes, well, I think the first one shouldn't be much of a surprise. Valentina Giovanni has absolutely owed the Camarilla quite a large sum.
Yes, her and the Giovannis are beyond repayment at this point, so an excellent choice. Who else?
Chalon Han, the Ventru Primogen.
So you must have heard that she took a bit advantage of the popularity of vampires recently and has built herself a herd.
Mm-hmm.
As she says that, you see rushing towards her across the garden is a unnamed kindred under her service who sort of rushes beside her and begins whispering. And she sort of leans in a little bit and whisks her away and says, Evelyn, we have to leave immediately. Things have started...
all right?
No. Things have started a little bit quicker than we had planned. Follow me. There is a carriage waiting for us. I will have the two picked up. And she sort of lifts herself up and, like, holds her massive dress and begins rushing across the garden.
Okay, while we're doing that, I am absolutely going to be surveying the area because this seems very sudden and she seems very stressed. So I want to make sure that we're not in danger.
We see several ravens sort of like flying around the perimeter, keeping an eye out for you. Nothing seems out of sorts. She just seems very hurried and upset.
Okay.
And you are rushed to the carriage and led away. Meanwhile, at the IOU, Jonathan Harker has just collapsed on the ground, and Anne sits there stunned. Oh God. This wasn't supposed to happen yet.
Yet?
Y'all had more time. I thought, we need to get to Elysium quick. I can explain everything in the carriage. Imogen, do you have anything that can maybe erase Octavia's pop's mind for a bit and make him think that we weren't here and then something?
Sure. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
I will.
you rush and get him. We gotta get ready.
Forgetful-minded. I guess. I look at Octavia. Whisper up.
It'll be okay. Just send him down into my bedroom. Space to relax.
Give me a rouse check while you go do that.
That's a 10.
Perfect. All right, no problem. Your forehead gets quite bloody doing this, but you can leave Peter in a state of not knowing what's going on. Meanwhile, upstairs, and all right, I do apologize. I thought I had more time to explain this, but we really do have to get to the Palace Theater. That's supposed to be the temporary Elysium for now. What are y'all doing?
What is happening?
Well, we could just go and you could explain on the way there.
I'll be right back. And Octavia rushes downstairs to her bedroom, picks out a silk ribbon that has a pre-tied bow tie on it, and rushes back up to tie it on Prophet's collar so that he will look fit for the evening.
Perfect. Meanwhile, Anne looks at you, Leon, and says, I really am sorry. I thought we could do this tonight. I didn't know.
No. You absolutely no issues at all, my love.
All right. And just kind of like grabs Jonathan like by the collar and is just going to like shove him behind a bookshelf in the IOU. We can deal with him later.
Wait. How skinny is Jonathan Harker?
Like death, like a skeleton, basically.
All right, never mind.
Why were you gonna steal his outfit?
I was gonna steal his shirt.
All right, fair. And she will rush all of you outside to Fiend and the carriage that is prepared. In the carriage with Evelyn. All right. Evelyn, I didn't have a lot of time to prepare you, and I was intentionally told to leave you in the dark for a lot of things. But you and your allies have been tasked with a bit of interrogation. We didn't want to give you too much to go on because he doesn't know that we are tracking him for the time being. I do hope you understand, but you are under our employ, so it doesn't quite matter.
Oh, is this why you didn't want us snooping about with the Jonathan Harker business? Is this related?
There are several things going on. A lot of plates spinning at once. But you have done quite well. Your recommendations and suggestions have been taken to heart. We are going to have the Elysium be the Palace Theatre for the time being, as we've been informed that the Millers are keeping it quite secure.
An excellent choice.
Yes. And unfortunately, a lot of your select few won't be allowed to come in. But I assure you that you and the rest of the IOU will be safe.
Of course.
Please promise me that you won't do anything that might cause us all to die tonight.
Please elaborate?
Well, we don't know his disposition quite yet.
Are we talking Jonathan Harker, or are we talking... and I, look like... Big bitch is here? What? Excuse me?
Her eyes, darken over, and she gives you a knowing look. In the
I understand.
IOU carriage. All right, y'all. We don't have a lot of time to prepare, and I mean, it's good that y'all are dressed up. But there's been a bunch of Jonathan Harkers going around town. This isn't the first time that a nearly dead man has shown up at a kindred haven and claimed that he is Jonathan Harker, and then immediately died. It has been quite annoying to track.
So wait, that wasn't a real one?
Or wasn't a real one?
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, it's a real clever move, and kind of has been really annoying to try to target where he is. That's been mostly what I've been trying to do for the last month, but y'all are...
Oh, that's just annoying.
Y'all are prepared to talk to him, right?
That's exactly what I'm here for. I am our resident speaker.
Perfect, because I'm not the talkative type, and I'll be there if things hit the fan. But I've been told that I might not be enough. So keep things civil, I guess.
Civil is a thing that we can all do here. And there's a very long, pointed look over at my brother Jerry. Civil is a thing we can all do.
Civil? All can be civil.
No arm wrestling challenges, please.
I don't want to arm wrestle him. I've got a lot of questions about his book, actually.
Great, I'm sure he'll love that.
And as a reminder to everyone, no using of disciplines, even passive ones that aren't meant for combat, would be significantly frowned upon.
Yeah.
Understood.
The moment you do something, then is the moment he's allowed to do something. But y'all are gonna do great. And as the two carriages make their way to the Palace Theater, everybody can notice how secure this place is. There are guards littered throughout the streets, even leading up to the Palace Theater. The building itself, you notice a few perched on the roof, as well as a few guards standing around, sort of acting as lorries for the time being. That's not the right word, is it? Whatever. Guards, police, and shit. But are definitely kindred. And the IOU also notices a few out-of-season ravens perched in the neighborhood of the Palace Theater.
Listen, they don't all migrate. Some of them stay stationary. It's not weird.
Strangely season the ravens as the snow falls around the theater. And all of you, Evelyn included, are rushed through the back. It seems that the Palace Theater has not been running for the last few nights in preparation for this. And there are several of the Millers sort of like masked pale guards on the inside as well. And you see sort of arranging seats around this massive table that has been placed on the stage is Melinda Miller in her fancier mourning attire. It seems that the aesthetic of mourning is now just her thing. And without saying anything, she almost gives you like a mournful look as you all approach. Evelyn will be sitting here at the head. Each of the IOU can sit, leave one space from her to the others, but you can find your seats anywhere. I apologize for the quick decorations, and sort of like, it looks great. It's... and Evelyn will sort of like perch herself up on the head seat in her majesty.
Jerry's gonna look around and be like, he's gonna sit here, is he?
Possibly, yes. Why?
I believe he'll sit wherever
I just want to
decides
sit next
he
to
wants
him.
to sit.
I imagine he might stand the entire time. Really, as I said, we know very little about what he plans. He has been out of communication with us for at least a year.
Right. Okay.
Well, I suppose we better get seated. And I'm just going to reach out my arm for Leon to guide me to a chair.
I absolutely will. I'll sit. I think I'll probably sit next to you and then with Anne on my other side.
I think I'm going to lean in and be like, out of contact for at least a year. Do you know anything about him from before that time that we might need to know?
She kind of like side-eyes you. He's a bit of a recluse. Keeps to himself mostly, and that has been well for us. I do not remember the last time he has been in London. They do say that he has built quite a haven for himself. I do not know why they would come here.
Let's hope the evening fares well for us, information-wise, then, shall we?
Yes. You have the seneschal here, myself, so anything you do will be under my authority. Please do not make me report anything to the prince that might make me meet my end. And sort of is staring directly at you, Jerry.
Why does everyone assume that I'm going to be trouble? As I pull out the chair for Imogen to sit down.
Oh.
Evidence only, I assure you. And it is that moment that outside we see a midnight black carriage adorned to the nines, rolling through the snow, black horses, and a sullen, nearly unmoved carriage driver who pulls up to the back of the Palace Theater. We see a boot come out and step into the snow, and almost parting of guards around this figure as they enter the Palace Theater. What do they see?
They are going to see a man that is at the cusp of aging, somewhere in his late 30s to early 40s. The touch of life, crow's feet, a slight wrinkle around the beard line, still present. Long, raven black hair cascades down, a suit and long coat. He's dressed in somewhat dated Victorian fashion, more ruffles than would necessarily be normal. But he walks and moves with a slowness as well that almost makes him appear like a statue or mannequin when he stops. And then the eyes move and the rest moves, almost Vaguely like a tourist, taking everything in.
You see in front of you a very lovely theater in its peak of performance, and a large table that has been set up on the stage. At the head of it is a pale-looking woman that was probably that pale in her life, wearing just elaborate dress, the most quality dress you can ever hope to imagine, wielding a saber as she stands up in its sheath. Out of respect, she stands and she sort of looks at the rest of the IOU.
I will stand as well.
Welcome. May I be the first to greet you, Lord Dracula?
Yes.
You are a honored guest in London, and I hope you find this Elysium meeting to your satisfaction. I am the Seneschal, the right hand of the prince. Evelyn... One sec. I forgot all of her names that are very long. Evelyn Lorelei II, at your service. Here I have the investigators of the occult and unusual, who will now introduce themselves.
Allow me to begin, I suppose, since I was already standing, I guess. Evelyn Stormloft. It's an absolute pleasure to make your acquaintance. And then I will gesture to Leon, who...
Yes, my lord, it is wonderful to get to share audience with you. I am Leon Cavallo, one of our newer joinees of the IOU. I will pass it over to Octavia.
The man, the legend, a pleasure. Octavia Miller here, resident at Tremere, all-seeing eye, ironically. And of course, we've got dear sweet Imogen.
Hello, it's lovely to meet you. My name is Imogen.
Salubre. I had not been
Right, that leaves me then.
Oh,
Oi!
fuck.
Forgot about me.
Jerry, I like nudged Jerry. I'm like, who's talking?
Nah, I gotta introduce myself. I'm Belgium Jerry. That's all I want to say.
And we will be joined by two other representatives, but they are delayed for the moment.
Is this all?
Yes.
This is all of London's kindred.
Well, let's consider it a greeting party.
Quite opulent for such a small meeting.
Well, we do hold ourselves to a certain standard. But I come as a representative of the prince, and I will not be holding this meeting. I have the utmost faith in our resident investigators that they will bring you up to speed on everything you need to know about our city. And she sort of lowers
course.
herself into a waiting position.
Then I am humbled by your greeting. Please, sit.
We all sit, I suppose.
Jerry's gonna wait until you sit down and then take the seat right next to you.
So he's going to walk over to a seat that he chooses, kind of like a nicely positioned one, and then he's going to kind of like wait for you to sit.
Guess first.
Okay, I think that will actually win him over. I think he'll sit then, but he's going to try to wait it out for a second. Such manners. I see that the British have become, those from Belgium always had better manners than the British.
Too right by that.
He will sit and
And Jerry sits, kind of like pops down in the chair and it creaks under his weight. But,
Ma, you are large.
that's what they all say.
You have questions?
Or, yeah. So, about your book. How much of that is based on fact? I'm an avid reader, and I read it. Quite good.
Thank you.
Kinda.
Mr. Stoker was a wonderful conveyor of my tale. Parts of it were embellished, but I believe that the core of it, the soul of the work, is intact. All of the good things about me, I suppose.
Oh, I've just got one more question about this book because I know we got more important things to talk about.
Yes.
Have you read a story called Camarilla? Because it's quite similar to that. I'm just saying, mate.
I find that when a mortal tries to convey a story of eternity, they sometimes rely on repetitive tropes. I had such a meeting, actually, a correspondence with Camarilla. She shared similar worries, but said that she encountered similar problems when her story was written.
Yeah, that just blew Jerry's mind. He's going to sit in silence for a second.
If I may, if you'll allow me the room for a second, I would like to sort of following on the line of questions around the book. Were you at any point worried about the potential risk of the masquerade breaking with the release of this book?
The masquerade. The masquerade is it? It is a mask that this Camarilla hides behind to protect itself, a shield for one who is feeble. I cannot. In fact, I hoped that it would cause a bit of trouble. I hope not too much.
Well, it did cause quite a bit of trouble, mate. Almost had a culling and everything.
I'm eyeing Evelyn during this entire thing.
She is
and yet
seething already.
Yeah. Okay.
And
cool,
yet
cool.
you survived. You did
it
not
wasn't
die?
a culling at us.
Oh.
I'm a survivor, mate, and
I can tell. You are a warrior, I can see it. The way you stand, the way you move. You had nothing to fear. And none of your friends did as well if you were beside them.
I hadn't actually met Jerry yet, and I was buried for about a month.
I'm curious, are there many Salubri in London?
Nope.
Hmm.
Just me.
We are lucky
Very-
that way.
Oh, but of course. Such a rare bloodline. Well, what was the calling of them? The kind?
no, it's going to be a culling of the humans, black.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of me mates are human.
That's
They'll have a day
that's
job.
that's what he meant, Jerry.
Oh,
Excuse me, my parlance is somewhat antiquated. Antiquated. Sorry, my fifth language.
no, I'll get it. I'll speak a couple myself.
Yes, you are all members of this, Camarilla? I assume that you are with, Miss Lorelei.
No, I'm not with her.
We're employed by the Camarilla.
I see. So you are not members of the Camarilla, you are merely in their employ?
I do not think they would consider us a part of them. And I look over to
Splendid.
her and I'm like, I don't know if we've really made that official quite yet, actually.
As
I can tell you straight up, I'm not part of them. Not part of them.
as
We
employees,
assist when necessary.
you would fall under the Camarilla.
Understood. Thank you for making that clear.
Jerry leans over to Dracula like, I'm employed by the IOU. That's it.
Yes, I have too been employed by IOUs throughout my life. Do make sure you get paid.
They let me fight. It's good enough for me.
He does, in fact, also get paid. I do want that on the record.
Yeah, how could you afford such finery if you were not paid? Look at you.
Well,
Oh, I
That
ate a
suit
man
is
for this.
striking. Lovely purple ruching. It's fabulous.
honestly, appreciate the compliments towards the finery. I am a bit of an artisan myself, so I have procured a decent amount of these even before my time with the Camarilla, but, you know, I found some good things in my employ here, and the slight look at Anne.
What other questions did you have?
If you don't mind me being a little blunt, because
Please.
tact is not a thing I got. What are you doing here?
You're causing
Like,
trouble.
why London?
Oh, London is a lovely city. I cannot remember the last time I was here. If I ever was. But if I must be honest, a bit of my property has made its way to London. And I would like it back.
Oh,
A family heirloom.
we can find it,
I assure you that
right? Is that right?
nothing belonging to you is within the city limits. If you're referring to your novel suggested that you had bought an estate here.
Perhaps I have.
Is that what you refer to?
No. An heirloom. A sword.
A sword?
Yes. It was taken from me. By this, or by those who would now call themselves the Camarilla.
No.
Jerry turns to look at the camera, to the Sunny Shell person.
No, I assure you, not. We would be aware of such a thing, and such a old kindred as you are, we would allow you to have whatever property you would want. So I believe you are mistaken.
Am I?
Yes.
Already saying he's mistaken before he has even described the weapon he's missing.
I would love a description. I'm very good at identifying blades.
Yeah,
It's kind of
perhaps
my
I will
thing.
do so. Although you bring up a point, I am very curious why I am mistaken this early in our discussion. There are a number of items that could be inside of the city that were once mine. It seems that you have a good idea of what I'm looking for, Miss Lorelei. And I must ask, who are you to tell me whether I am allowed to retrieve my property?
Well, as I said, we have 2 people that are going to be joining us, and I have had them employed for the last year searching for any remnants of you within the city. As you can tell, we have been a bit worried about what your intentions have been. Once they arrive, you can discuss with them, as they have most of the information about what they have learned on you.
what they've learned on me.
Yes.
There is a novel bearing my name that is in the hand of every mortal inside of London. It seems that you may have overpaid for their services.
Continue your inquiry, investigators, while we wait for our guests.
But he's got a point, though.
Honestly, if I can maybe circle back to the book, and I'll give us a moment to all clear the air. How did you get in contact with Bram Stoker?
It was a simple matter. I was seeking the correct author to convey my tale, and the Irishman was contacted by one of my by a ghoul in my employ, a man by the name of Henry Irving. You've heard of him?
Have we
No?
heard of them?
Can any of us roll to see?
Yeah. We're all like, have we?
I think Leon would definitely know. He's a stage performer.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fancy ones would know.
Yeah, the fancy ones would know who that is.
Emily does a Google.
That name does strike me with a bit of familiarity. I am... Just struck up a conversation?
How much does the Camarilla pay you for your services?
I don't know who handles the books in the IOU, but I look at whoever does that, because I know it ain't me.
Do they pay you well?
Enough for me to get my first editions and my barrels of beer.
We currently
They give
aren't
us-
left wanting.
Quite a bit of resources at our disposal.
The Camarilla is nothing but stable. They will be employed for centuries.
Yes, it is comfortable under a thumb. I've never found it to be my liking, but to each their own.
Well, Mr. Lord Count Dracula, sir.
Well, you can call me Vlad if you wish. We are on first name basis here, sitting together enjoying a conversation. In fact, there is only one of us there standing. I will just cast a look at Lorelei.
She lowers herself.
I was going to say you hurt my feelings with that last remark, but doing that made me feel better, so
I meant no insult. Please accept my apology, my friend.
Yeah, no, it just reminded me of another thing I want to ask you.
Please.
In your book, there's this bloke like Van Helsing or whatever. You got one of them in real life? Some man tracking you and whatnot.
Not specifically Van Helsing as a person, but he's a, how you say, amalgamation of many different ones who tried to hunt me and my sire throughout the ages. Unsuccessfully, as you can see.
It's about this point that you hear rustling coming from backstage and footsteps coming across the wood, and you see two figures standing and emerging. One is a tall, thin woman with straight black hair and a monochromatic dress, sunken figures, looking much worse than the last time that the IOU has seen her. This is Valentina Giovanni.
Oh no.
Rip.
and you see a more almost like Victorian punk figure. She's wearing like a too small suit, all like green hair, green suit, and she seems surprised to be here. And this is Charlene Han, the Ventru Primogen, and they both sort of stand in the theater. And Valentina speaks up first. Lord Dracula, I have heard that you expect that there is something in London that you lost or that was taken from you, and I can assure you that myself and Charlene have scoured the city over the last year. This can't be possible.
And who might you be?
Valentina Giovanni. I am the matriarch of the Giovanni clan here in London. Well, once esteemed, and sort of looks over at Evelyn. Quite grateful for everything the Camarilla has given us. But I will repeat, I have had many spirits around the city looking for any remnants of you and have come up short.
Did you check with my friend Octavia and her clan? Did the Tremere allow you inside of their doors into their holy sanctum?
Evelyn
or unholy sanctum?
Perks up and puts her hand on the table. Octavia? What are you not telling us?
I doubt she knows.
The Tremere exist as a private entity in the city. I assure you that any bit of property that they have of yours is not representative of the Camarilla. Is that right, Octavia?
I can neither confirm or deny such claims, but I can confirm that this is the first I'm hearing of it. To not even bother asking me to even check in the chantry is questionable. And a missing sword. Evelyn, have you been asked about this?
No, I have not. My family, through the decades, has been known to craft the most pristine steel in all of London. I am very surprised that I was not consulted.
And yet, their investigation was thorough, they say. I do apologize for springing that on you. I would have asked you in short course.
No apologies necessary.
Anyone who wishes...
Also, the dog is quite handsome.
Thank you. He does
Hello,
appreciate
Pooch.
it.
The ribbon is very fetching.
Anyone who wishes to can roll an intelligence and occult to see if you maybe... This is a very obscure thing that he is referencing.
Can I rouse to try to add 2 die to this?
Yes, you may. But you can't use any abilities. Or I mean you can, but
yeah,
you're not allowed to.
No. I'm not adding daunt or any weird shit. I'm literally just rousing intelligence a bit.
Ugh, I rolled shitty 4.
Ooh, that's surprising.
5.
4 as well.
All right. Specifically, as I said, this is a very vague request. So if you had rolled higher, you may know that he was talking about, but a sword that Dracula is referring to somewhere in the chantry is pretty obscure.
With no description of the blade at all.
Mhm.
It's like, okay. Like, there could be many swords. Yeah.
I'm sure that whatever this sword is, the Tremere would gladly give it up. Are you sure that it's our chantry that has it? You do spend quite a lot of time in Rome and otherwise over the decades.
I am not in Rome. I am in this pissing country.
Can I try and get a read on the Camarilla members that are speaking without using abilities on if they seem to be forthcoming with their information?
I was gonna say the exact same thing. I'm just like, why are they being so gaslighty?
Give me a wits and insight.
Okay.
Okay, I'm also going to join in on this because I'm nosy.
Only rolling 3 die, so
Yeah.
it's only oh, well, that's 2 out of 3, so it's not the worst, but it's only 3 die.
I got 3 also.
Leon.
With a crit, it's
Good, somebody
4?
did it.
Yeah. 4 for 2 10s.
So 5.
Ooh. Octavia, you can tell that like Valentina is not doing great. They're probably still feeling the effects of being essentially shunned by the Camarilla for a while. Evelyn, Charlene is being like intentionally like quiet. But Leon, you pick up a bit of dread in both of them. It seems like they're not repeating a script, but they have been told things to say. And this might not necessarily be true. This might just be, they might be some scapegoats.
Okay.
Mr. Count Dracula, may I ask what's so special about this sword?
It is mine. It was forged with great power within it. However, more than anything, it is the principle. It was my property, and it was taken from me. Surely you can respect that.
How long have you been missing it for?
It feels like forever. It has taken me quite some time to track it here. It took long enough to write the book, to hunt down Stoker, and to stoke the troubles inside of London. It was very easy to walk into this city with so many troubles occurring.
You hear coming somewhere from behind Evelyn. Wait, you did all that for a sword? Sorry, that just came out. And you see a very large woman wearing a nice fancy suit, kind of matching Leon's, standing in the back.
They wear it better than you. But it is still exquisite on you. And who might you be?
Anastasia Fulmore. Sorry, it kind of slipped out.
I make you know the face you make at like your partner when you're like, you should not be talking right now in this exact context. You're going to get us both in trouble. That's the face I'd make.
I think Anastasia has a point, though. It must be a very, very special item if you've been causing all of this trouble for it.
Of course. I would be happy to give you a demonstration once it is returned to me.
Or you could just tell us.
Yes, I could tell you the history, powers, and secrets of my missing belongings. Yes, this seems exactly like a very smart plan. One that would not harm me in the slightest or prevent me from reacquiring my property.
Sir, what's your tone?
I will speak in defense of my compatriot Imogen here and say that she is very forthcoming and means no malice by that suggestion. She was mostly worried that demonstration would mean an act of violence against the present party, not.
None of you. You have all been very polite to me.
Just,
It is curious, though.
fighting in general.
Is it not customary for a lord to greet a lord? And yet the prince is not here. I expected more respect.
If
Is it Prince a lord though?
yes,
He is the lord of this domain.
if
Right. I just wanted to get the terminology right. So.
if I am being honest,
Well, hopefully
Are
you're
you?
always honest.
the Lord has been in. The Prince has been in a bit of a slumber recently.
So you are the prince.
If you wish to address me as such, then yes.
So you are claiming praxis. It is that easy within the Camarilla.
The Seneschal will take authority over the domain while the Prince is off. Kind of like eyes, like is eyeing the IOU.
So you work for a organization with no figurehead. I
Honestly, it's
suppose
the
as
first
long
I'm
as-
hearing of this, so.
When you say slumber, I do actually have a follow-up question. This isn't referring to something similar to torpor, is it?
Kind of like leans in and almost like smiling at you, Leon, and says, he's on a journey at the moment, discovering secrets that we can only hope to ever imagine, and it requires a bit of slumber. Have I not been...
Jerry. Sorry. Go ahead.
Have I not been a good point of contact for the time being?
Jerry's gonna lean in, smiling. Then why is this man here saying you stole his stuff? And why have you been lying to us?
I honestly don't know of what he speaks.
Perhaps you could describe the sword to us, just what it looks like, because
That
we're
seems...
investigators, so we could maybe take a look for it.
Of course. Of course. He will describe the sword as it is, which I will allow other Kelly to do.
It is a very mostly decorative but very effective sword. It has gems infused into it, and is fancier than any sword that any Stormloft has made.
We're more practical. We make pretty blades, but they're very to the point.
Mm-hmm. The hilt
see
has
what you
many
did there.
small jewels in it.
Sounds quite elaborate. I respect the craft.
Yes.
Whoever made it must be very skilled.
It was made by some great masters and imbued with Coldonic sorcery.
What?
Yes, any who try to use it may find themselves in great peril.
Do we know what that is?
What's that?
Once again, you can roll an intelligence and occult.
I'm just gonna ask what it is.
I'll still roll. I
Is
want
it-
to see my
I'm
little
gonna roll,
smart.
but I'm not gonna roll well.
Is it similar
It
to
is-
like my one
Yeah,
with
no.
the blade? Or is that I would have to roll for that too?
You'd have to roll for it as well. It is
Okay.
nothing you've heard of, or it's not exactly like your stuff.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Okay.
Got a 1.
Ooh.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not into that magic shit.
It is a sorcery of my ancestral homeland that calls upon the spirits of the land.
Sounds like a very personal artifact. I feel for you on this search.
It would seem that it would be in everyone's best interest then that we do set out to assist you in finding this blade. If we come up short, one could assume that it is because the Camarilla are correct and it is not here. But if we do find it, then your property may be returned to you.
Hey,
Right.
We must.
I just want to make note of that lady's reaction when you said the magic type. Seemed very concerned about something that's not supposed to be here.
I worry mostly why the Tremere would have it.
The
But they
Tremere
don't. According to
researchers.
you, they don't have it.
But according to him, they do.
It
Perhaps
just
they
hasn't
are
been
holding.
investigated.
They are curious about all sorts of sorcery. It makes perfect sense why they would want such a thing, if it is in fact with them.
So,
Why might I?
it's very simple. Field trip. Let's go find it. Right?
I'm sure that the Tremere wouldn't want us all waltzing into the chantry.
No, but I may visit its domain.
Excellent. Then, Octavia, I will have a carriage deliver you to the chantry, and we will have, we will spend more time with our guests while we wait.
Octavia alone?
Well, only one person may enter the chantry. Only one person here, at least.
I've been in it.
She winces. Of course. Then, Jerry, you may go with her for protection.
Miss Octavia, may I ask you a personal question?
You may ask, you may not get the answer you're looking for.
A lady is allowed to have her secrets. However, your unique condition. Does it
Yes.
grant you any additional powers or benefits?
I've always been connected to darkness, to the other side, to separate realms, even before I became a kindred. But I wouldn't say that my blindness has anything to do with this.
I would not be so bold as to assume, but were it something that you wish to alter, please, I would be happy to offer my services as a worker of the flesh. However, I understand that it could be very personal, and there is nothing wrong with personal choice.
I've become quite accustomed to this way of being, and I do find it's not something I would wish to choose to change.
Of course. Then excuse my overreach.
And on that note, Octavia, go to the chantry and assure us that Lord Dracula is mistaken.
Well, these things do take time. I wouldn't want to impede on our meeting.
Octavia, I implore you.
And
I
she...
haven't-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you first.
She hesitates. And those near her can feel the gritting of teeth, but she eventually rises.
Miss Octavia, you want me to go with you, or would you like to take my little brother?
Anyone who wishes to may accompany me
Good.
of the IOU.
Then we shall go. Oh, my mistake.
I was actually going to ask if we could have some sort of recess here for a little bit. I could use a bit of air, honestly. Just
Yes. If anyone wishes to feed, the gods have collected some kind for us. Lord Dracula, are you peckish.
I could vet my very soon.
Then we shall go to recess. And we shall go to break. We will be right back. See you in a bit. Bye.
See you soon.
Good morrow, fine patron. Are you looking for music for your character, campaign, or Twitch stream? Does music move you like prune juice after a colonic? Well, here at OBP Musical, we write music from any genre, from fully orchestrated pieces like this, to video game auditory herpes like this. We have singers from Les Miserables and Disney for vocals like this.
The heroes of the North, with them we'll sally forth. The warrior knight, the maiden of Ed.
Have a bard that's written lyrics? We can write music for them. So, if you want music that rocks, come to us at OBP Musical and get your rocks off. That sounded weird. Music and songs from any genre, from opera to country, pop to thrash metal. We are jacks of all trades. OBP Musical, music for any occasion. Birthdays, weddings, having a bris. We've got you covered when others don't. Go to obpmusical.com for more info.
Hello, listeners.
I'm Shar.
And I'm Kelly.
And together we host Drinking and Screaming,
A queer and feminist podcast about horror movies and cocktails.
We're an approachable show for horror fans and scaredy cats alike, with each episode featuring a unique and in-depth discussion on a different horror film.
From classics like Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Spoilers, he's an awful human being.
And The Exorcist.
That famous puke was made with pea soup.
To modern films like Hereditary.
Where we spoke with Charlie herself, actress Millie Shapiro.
And host.
We interviewed the full cast.
You'll be sure to have a great time and maybe learn something new.
And we're a film podcast that isn't just a bunch of bearded white men. Who knew?
Drinking and Screaming has 4 full seasons out now wherever podcasts are found.
And remember, always scream responsibly.
I've been working on my Steve cosplay, and I found the perfect piece to finish it off at the costume shop. They have wigs, costumes, contacts, and they even have a cosplay section on their website for people just like me. Head on over to thecostumeshop.com/?REF tabletop titties to get started. That's TheCostumeshop.com, spelled ye old way. Make sure to use the code tabletop titties with double D's to get yourself $10 off at checkout. Maybe I should make a Imogen White cosplay next.
Welcome back. I'm gonna. Shar, you brought something up that we were gonna do off screen, but I like the idea of doing it on screen.
Okay. Yeah, vibe check, everybody. So I wanted to check in with everyone as players on how we're feeling, on like which direction we're more inclined to be leaning on this Camarilla side or the Dracula side. Sorry, go ahead, Rachel.
No, I was just going to say, like, as of right now, obviously, it seems like we're all leaning more team Dracula, but at the same time, we don't know what the fuck is going on because nobody's fucking telling us anything. So I want more information. Everyone is being very aloof.
I think he should get his sword back, but the way he said demonstration has me doing a concern.
I also want to know if there's something else going on with the sword. It's kind of like why I also think Evelyn's very, very interested in the sword.
Because I'm just worried also, like, we can't piss the Camarilla off too much, even though they forced us to work for them, so we didn't really choose that. But we also live here, and I like where we live, and I don't want to lose our IOU.
No, so. I know. I think we have to toe the line of a couple different things right now. I think we gotta... I like poking the Camarilla a bit because they have been holding out on us, and I think they need to learn that they can't do that if they want us to do our jobs well.
But we've all got a taste of the fancy life now.
I think us kind of being like, hey, if you want us not to help Dracula please stop fucking holding out on us and tell us what the fuck is going on.
Union meeting.
Yeah, like we need more info, and you can't keep doing this. Like y'all are bad bosses. Like,
what about you, Casper?
Yeah. Fuck the Camarilla.
Jerry's always been fuck the Camarilla this entire time.
Oh, hold on. Fuck the Camarilla. But I really do like. I'm answering as Jerry. I'm sorry. Fuck the Camarilla, but I do like my like plant family. I don't know what y'all are. I like my people, and I like my people to have a roof over their head, since it's a very nice roof. And like I want y'all to be secure and all that stuff. So fuck the Camarilla. This Drac guy is really cool, but I get it if we like have to do the thing.
I hate it.
Dare? Wait, I want to hear from Dare.
I'm dating someone in the Camarilla. I'm terrified. I want them to be okay. And I'm also like deep. I want answers. I think I'm annoyed by how much the Camarilla's hiding things.
Yeah.
And like if they are more transparent, I could live with it. But with the amount of secrets, I think it is kind of fun to see the squirming, as long as innocent people who are caught in the crossfire don't get hurt, which is a thing that I'm pretty sure they're gonna do.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is that they're literally like, yeah, you're investigators, go investigate shit, but also you're not allowed to know anything. So go fuck yourselves. I'm like, what do you mean?
And last but not least, Kelly, what are you thinking? Pro Camarilla? Pro Dracula?
You know what? I was pro Dracula coming in, and right now I'm still pro Dracula. Yeah. No.
Interesting.
Interesting. I know. Unexpected.
So we're gonna pick it up with Octavia and Evelyn approaching the Chantry.
Off screen we decided that Evelyn was going to join.
Sorry.
Octavia, because I want to get out of there so that I can use powers. I don't like not being able to use my powers. I can spy on things from the outside because I have ravens outside.
And Octavia leads you, Evelyn, to the side of the university with the plaques, and she finds the right plaque and lifts it and turns it, and the wall to the side. And you see for the first time this like devilish gargoyle just sort of like standing there in the shadows looking at the door.
Miss Octavia.
Jonathan, a pleasure to be with your acquaintance again.
You have a guest.
I do. Miss Evelyn Stormloft will be joining me this evening. I do hope that's all right.
Not my hide.
I promise not to be too inquisitive. I am simply here escorting Miss Octavia.
Kind of like leans into you, Octavia, and says,
most of the Chantry is occupied with Ephraim right now, but I would keep the Nosferatu hidden.
I can do that.
And sort of like slams a fist into the wall, and you see this like shimmer of magic disappear.
Hurry.
Thank you, Esmeralda.
And you progress.
I'm very confused. What's her name?
They don't have one. I just keep trying to see what sticks.
And you progress down the stairs quickly, and indeed you find that the Chantry is quite empty at this point. But you do see one person sitting by a like non-fiction section of books, just sitting in a chair reading, is Rita.
My dear friend.
I'm gonna go invisible like immediately. Bye. Just like as soon as they're like, woo.
Oh, Miss Octavia, have you come for the trial of Ephraim?
Unfortunately not, but I do have significant needs that must be addressed quickly.
Of course.
May I have your ear?
Anything I have, I'm not allowed to join. He is a friend, unfortunately.
What can you tell me about Lord Dracula, the Zamichi?
Other than the novel, not a lot. He is, not, why?
What do you know of, and I say the name of the occult ritual that he mentioned that I wasn't familiar with.
Caldonic?
Yeah.
It is a, form of, blood magic, particular to the Zamichi. Oh, you have to, Octavia, you have to tell me why.
Well, he seems to be in town missing a blade. A blade that the Camarilla promised
He is here.
is not here. And yes, he is here.
No.
That's why I'm asking. What are your opinions of him? I need to know. Do we give him the sword? Do we even have it? I assume we don't.
She, looks around and not seeing anybody else. We have, you have to understand, Octavia, it wasn't us who took it. It was... But it is here.
Write that down.
It was here?
It has been moved. The Tremere in Rome, they tried to negate the powers, but they could not, and I have been part of the group that is trying to... You cannot let him have it. Not before we are done.
Why didn't you tell me about this earlier?
You weren't... We were keeping you safe.
You've made my foot go so far deep into my mouth, it's down my throat.
There are secrets that even the Tremere had to keep from each other. I apologize, but you have to understand it was for your safety.
May have cost me my unlife at this point.
No, you can't let him know it is here.
Well, there are things I can't control if he attempts to do anything with my mind.
Is there anything else I can help with?
You've been such a help already. And I reach out my hands for us to join in circle. And I'm going to attempt to use her assistance and cast Premonition with focusing on the idea of what would occur if Dracula does get reunited with this blade.
All right. Give me a resolve and aspects.
Okay, this I will rouse for because this is critical. Six.
While they're doing
I
this,
just make it.
I'm snooping while this is happening. I'm like, oh, they're doing weird shit. I'm gonna go.
How
This
deep?
is my chance to get some insider information.
How deep are you snooping?
I'm not gonna go to where I think they, if it looks like it's oh, this is probably where all of the fucking chantry is, I'm not gonna go over there. I wanna,
Give me an intelligence and investigation, then.
Okay.
What did you get, Shar?
And sorry, it was resolve and what?
Aspects.
I'm gonna rouse. Fuck it. Yeah!
Oh, wait. 2 extra dice because I succeeded my rouse.
This is some good shit.
I'm gonna use a willpower to re-roll.
All right.
I got 7.
Oh, God.
The harpy doing harpy shit, baby.
I also got a 7.
Oh, God.
Give us your secrets.
As you hold Rita's hand, she sort of leans her forehead into yours, and she says, "We may not like what we see." And you feel your gut just drop. Evelyn, as you explore the chantry, you indeed hear the chatter of what sounds like a trial going on, and avoid that. And you delve deeper and deeper, and this is the deepest anybody in the IOU, other than Octavia, has been into the chantry, and you start to realize why they keep secrets from the Camarilla. You find a lot of occult ritual markings. You find secret rooms that are filled with splatters of dried blood and what appear to be like demonic runes on the ground.
Jesus Christ.
You find some of the darker Tremere rituals, and you also find some of the deeper vaults of the Tremere.
Shit.
And as Octavia falls deeper into this premonition, she is in a cold place. Echoes of water and stone around her, and a chill in the air, and the presence of a man who has grasped something of great power and has harnessed it. And I'll ask you, Dracula, if you acquire this blade, what is it that you will do with it?
So is this literal or figurative?
It's very figurative, like splashes of vibe.
I think it's going to be like skulls. I think there's going to be like an overflowing of skulls, like coins piling up. And then a dark figure kind of sitting amidst them with the blade dripping with blood. I think that's the vibe that we're going with there.
Nice. You also hear the faint whisper of a chorus of whispers. You can't hear what they're saying or anything. It's just as you get closer to this figure of blood and skulls, you hear just this cacophony of whispering voices of souls. Evelyn. You navigate this labyrinth of vaults, of secrets that they have hidden, of artifacts, and you find deep within the caverns a room dedicated solely to one relic. Countless piles of tomes and scrolls and blood and corpses strewn about the room in an effort to diminish its power. You find laying on a carved out stone pedestal a beautiful sword.
Of course.
Laid with
fucking
gems.
Course. Of course. Interesting. It's literally just the sword. Just vibing. Is it locked up?
Most people that come into the Chantry are trusted Tremere who have been blood bonded to each other. And while you decide what you're going to do with that, back on the streets of London, as a gross rain clears the snow and makes it sloshy and slushy, we see two kindred, large Jerry and somehow diminutive Dracula in comparison.
Yes, this is England, all right.
Not a fan of the rain.
I like the rain, but I like contrast. Here it never seems to stop. I would think that you would be not a huge fan of it, Leon, with all of your suedes and velvets. Isn't it damaging?
I think Leon's gone to talk to other people.
Wait,
where'd Leon go?
Well,
Mate, are you
sorry,
drunk?
my hair was in my eyes. I could not see.
If you're drunk, mate, you more fuck it a little. Nip.
Oh, sorry.
Right then.
Thank you.
No problem.
So who is here? So Leon has gone
I
off.
believe Jerry wanted to pull you aside a little.
So just Jerry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's probably some people around that you could have eaten.
Okay, totally. Where are the teeth? Yes. So, Jerry, you had more questions.
Yeah, I've got a few. Mostly about the book, but, have you ever been to Italy?
Yes, I've been to Rome. A lovely place.
You know of a woman who might have been, present at the first, Belgium festival in October?
What is her name?
See, now that I don't remember. It was Oktoberfest, Mike.
Fair.
Storyteller to storyteller, do you think Dracula went to the first Oktoberfest?
Wait, what year was that?
Wait, I have that. Give me a second. It's on my character sheet.
I'm gonna roll a dice to see what I rolled a 9. There's a good chance he went. There's free beer and the ladies wear those low-cut things with the steins. Yeah, I'm there. And the guys wear the lederhosen. It's very hot.
Yeah, were you there in 1810?
18. Yeah. Yes, I might have been. It was an interesting little festival, and my sire was there. I had to follow up with him about something.
Oh, okay.
It was a right good time.
Yeah, I know it might.
Wait, you are not one of mine, are you? I did not meet you there, and... No.
No.
I remember you. You are big.
That's what they all say. No, my side is a woman. Yeah, I remember. I remember clearly. Well, recently, clearly. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it.
Is that who you seek?
Little bit, yeah.
What clan do you hail from?
I'm a gangrel. That's what. Yeah.
Nice.
One thing you
do you remember anything about her?
Dracula. You don't remember a gangrel at Oktoberfest, but you do remember hearing about a Garou sighting there.
There were lupines there.
Oh, yeah, I met one.
Yes, did you?
Yeah. I fought it.
You fought it? And you are still here?
Yeah, I didn't win. But neither did he. And I guess I impressed this lady, this Italian woman, because that's the last thing I remember about it.
My friend, if you fought a werewolf and you survived, you won.
Yeah.
It's like fighting a lion. If you survive the lion lost.
Well, I fight werewolves all the time.
Oh, now? Were you a kindred then?
No, I was just a dumb bloke. Still am, but you know.
Yes, well.
I'm prettier now.
Are you?
Well, you tell me.
Oh, you're a very handsome specimen. Although, I always think the mustache could use a beauty mark or something to offset it.
I like my mustache.
Oh, the mustache is perfect, but just something a little mole or something on the cheek to accent it, to add a bit of asymmetry. Would you like one?
No, not really. If anything, I would probably get a scar or something.
What kind of scar do you want?
Speed. What kind of scar are you thinking of giving me, lad?
I can, what, do you want me to sign my name?
No, I prefer not being branded, but,
Oh, of course. I meant like an autograph, but yes. But no, I could change your body however you wished. The flesh is is putty in my hands.
Oh, I bet you say that to all the blokes.
What I say to the blokes is that things rarely turn to putty in my hands.
You're right. You know what? I'll think about it, blood.
Please.
Yeah.
Please, Jerry. That is an interesting story, though, fighting a werewolf at a beer festival. You must have been quite drunk. Either
Yeah,
before or
always.
after. And you can still drink. You still enjoy the flavor.
Yeah. It doesn't stay down as well as I'd like, but
The gurgles, yes. I know the feeling. Yes.
you get a bloke drunk enough and take a nip out of him.
Now
That's
you're
just
talking.
good.
Yes, many substances can be filtered through the kine. I have to ask, for one as adventurous as yourself, and honestly, your coterie is quite unlike the Camarilla.
Yeah.
Why do you stay with them? Is it convenience? Is it that they own London?
Oh, well, like us as a whole, or just me and my friends?
But just you and your friends, the IOU.
Oh, I don't know why Miss Octavia died. I think it's because of her people. Imogen, got people nearby, or she's looking for something. Miss Evie's got a network, so she knows all the little secrets.
Imogen's looking for something.
And Leon, Leon really likes this city. So,
Good.
I guess
Then perhaps they can have
they're
it.
I don't know what Leon would do with a whole city.
Well, it seems to me that for all of the information that you are not being given, you are being asked a lot. You're being asked to investigate, but with no clues, no setup, no... nothing.
Yeah, they do like making the job difficult.
That they keep you... It is not fair.
Yeah, but
If only you could be independent.
I mean, I was independent before, and I was living in an abandoned building.
With funding, of course. I mean, independent operations, independent wealth, independent investigations. You could be the independent investigators of the occult and unusual.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, they were like that before, and then something terrible happened
really?
and they all went to sleep, and then Leon and I came along, and then the Camarilla kind of came back in and was like, "Oi, we own your building now." But it's just like the British, really.
It really is. It really is. And you know, there is an old saying that is said throughout the world. Perhaps you've heard
Fuck the
it?
British?
Fuck the British.
Yeah, not fuck. Yeah.
Yes.
Heard that in the Americas a lot.
It is very...
I'm in too, funny enough.
Yes, the Irish are not very fond of the British. I can see why. Mr. Stoker spoke at length about it. What I'm willing to do, I wanted to get your opinion as a man of the people. I was wondering, wouldn't you prefer for the Camarilla to be gone?
Well, considering they own my employment, I'm not gonna answer that question because they're everywhere.
But if another organization, a secret organization from a handsome foreigner came in and evicted the British and the Camarilla. I assume that your contracts and your employment would be open for renegotiation at a higher and more stable rate, with more personal freedoms worked into your contracts, would it not?
I'd have to ask my people, but I don't see why not. But that's just me personally. I'm not in charge of anything like that.
You're in charge of one of the IOU's greatest assets, Jerry.
Right, I'm laying it on a bit thick, lad. It's a bit there.
Listen, friend, you fought a werewolf. That's pretty impressive. Look, I'm laying it on thick, but then you fought a werewolf, and I'm low-key impressed.
Right, you and me, we gotta get a drink and talk about... I need to get... I'm a bit of a writer myself, so could you get me in touch with Brom? Because I need to... I would like to get my stuff out there as well. I mean, like you said, it was an interesting story, and honestly, he's just going to keep pitching this until you shut me up.
He is in hiding, but I can absolutely do that. We should go speak with your friends, though. Give me your contact information, and I will see about arranging a meeting with Mr. Stoker.
Yeah, I will absolutely do that.
And on that note...
put out feelers.
Get them digits.
Oh my god, I gave Dracula my phone number.
You call him, you're like, 2.
Leon,
Bones knew who this.
Leon, you wanted to talk to Valentina?
Yeah, Valentina and I forget the other
Charlene
name. Yes.
So they're basically staying in like the green room area of the Palace Theater, so you can find them pretty easily. And
Beautiful.
They don't they look to be very like stoic as you approach them.
Oh, hello. How are you both doing this evening? I assume a little stressed, judging by everything happening.
Shalone kind of looks up at you. A little. That's Dracula here.
Yeah. And I all due respect, and I mean this of no, legitimately nothing against you. Why is it that you two are the ones who are here?
Just kind of like looks down, and Valentina looks up at you. You once told me, Leon, to keep my head down and do what I can for my family. Some debts run a little bit too deep to do so.
I see. One of these, debts that can only really be paid back in blood, I assume?
I suppose that all depends on where the night leads us.
Well, you know me. You know I'm the type to tell a tall tale once in a while, and I have a pretty good eye for that sort of thing, and I know when somebody is, definitely hiding something. You're reading lines, aren't you?
Shalom looks up to you. Watch out for your own.
Oh,
We'll watch out for ourselves.
I don't want you to think that this is a insult.
I know what you're doing, and honestly, I don't know if we're going to make it through the night, but if the Camarilla does, you should probably stay on their best side.
Oh, I am absolutely dedicated to staying on their good side. I have my reasons, but I also want to try to mitigate as much loss as possible tonight if we can. And I understand debts are being paid and what have you, but I would really hate for people to be lost callously in the mix.
I will say that Ventrue won't go down without a fight.
Is that something you really want to do?
If need be. I would rather keep my honor than go down as a scapegoat. But with honor comes responsibility as well.
That is respectable. I can give you that much. If worst comes to worst, have you been able to say any final things to the people you need to say? Or is it just,
Valentina looks up and says,
I will be replaced. All is well.
Understood.
Now, you probably shouldn't be seen talking to us anymore.
You know, good old Leon. Just have a chance for my lips to run a little loose. Just be safe as much as you can.
You as well.
now, Evelyn,
Yeah, hi.
what have you decided?
So question above table. If I touch this, I'm assuming I'm gonna be injured because of what I've heard from how this blood sorcery or whatever this sorcery works, right? Like, because I'm not from his homeland.
I don't know if you would get that impression.
Ooh. Interesting. I also don't know if the Chantry would have things that I cannot see, possibly protecting it from being taken. So I would like to examine it as thoroughly as I can as somebody who knows swords and has been around occultish things before, but is not an expert in it. And then I think I would like to try to retrace my steps and let Octavia know where it is.
All right. It's strange. It seems as if it is in a position of being worked on. And in a way that it appears that it was recently worked on. Perhaps based on current events, somebody figured it was about time to check in on the good old Dracula sword and see if they can't take a swing at it.
As in, it looks like it's been tampered with magically, or
you wouldn't have any way of knowing if the ritual has been successful or not. It's just been recently worked on.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know enough about Tremere magics to want to fuck with whatever the fuck is going on here. I mulled over that for a while. I was like, ooh, do I take it? Do I fuck around with it? I'm like, I'm gonna get myself fucking killed in here. I'm gonna go find Octavia.
Easy enough to return back, and you see Octavia and Rita.
I want to wait until Rita's not in earshot before I'm like, hey, we gotta fucking talk.
You have seen what you have seen, Octavia, and I will respect whatever decisions you make. We've always been able to work under the assumption that the Camarilla will not worry about what we do in here. So I wouldn't want to get on their wrong side and have them demolish the university.
Yes, I do think that it's best I forget that what I found here, but I must do it quickly.
I kind of try to is one of Octavia's hands free?
Yeah.
Can I try to squeeze her hand while I'm invisible?
You feel a phantom squeeze on your hand.
Hey, it's like a hey, two squeezes, yo.
Someone is trying to communicate with me. What could they possibly be trying to say? I'm going to say, if you'll excuse me, I will take my leave. And I say that sort of slowly and waiting.
She looks knowingly at you. Whatever you decide to do, I will be on your side. I won't ask any questions. And she nods just to the left of you. And you see that, Evelyn. And she'll leave.
I found it. Octavia, I know where it is.
So
What have you
much
found out?
bad shit will happen if Dracula gets that sword.
Okay, because I didn't touch it because it looked like they had been doing your type of thing with it, and I didn't know if it had worked or not, and I didn't want to hurt myself by trying to use it because I don't know if that's how his sorcery works. But I know where it is. What do you want to do? I don't know what to do.
I think it's best for us to protect ourselves in this moment and make us forget.
It's that bad.
Death. So much death. A mountain of death.
Very well.
It's up to you.
Well, we don't have much time. Do what you wish. Damn, I should have written notes about this place. I'm going to forget it all.
Yeah, so I'll cloud memory.
God damn it.
Evelyn first.
My one shot.
All right.
Now I'm just like,
If you're not resisting it, Evelyn, I won't make
no.
a roll for it. So you both are you using it on yourself as well, Octavia?
Yeah. And unfortunately, I do not have Imogen's ability. So this is lesser. I can't put new information.
So you're just gonna think you just walked into the chantry?
Yep. And then hopefully Rita will help us.
Rita left.
Well, someone will help us.
Wait, maybe put a note on the table to find Rita.
I think you would be smart enough to leave a note to yourself to not go looking for it. I'll say through the fuckery, you can manage to erase your memory without then going through a comical retrace of everything you just did.
Okay, yeah.
And then we just do the exact same thing and find the sword again.
Yeah.
And we're like, shit.
Groundhog Day up in here.
Yeah.
They're all at the fucking Elysium. Like, they're taking a really long time.
And after you erase your memory, do you return to the Elysium?
I think I'm going to be standing in the space. And I think I'm going to somehow have the feeling of what has happened. And I'll just say, we're done here. And I grab Evelyn, or I reach out for Evelyn's hand.
We only just got here. What?
As you leave the chantry,
I try to look around as much as I can before we leave. I'm just
it
like,
looks like a fancy lobby.
Damn it.
Is anyone else?
I'll never understand your investigations into the occult. You find out things so easily.
Is anyone else wishing to do anything during the recess?
Do I have my aunt's journal with
Yes,
me?
you would.
I'll do a little reading.
All right.
Anything in there about our buddy Drac here and or sword?
So, one of the things that your aunt discovered while looking for Golconda is that in a roundabout way, Dracula also similarly is looking for it.
What?
Not necessarily to the degree that the Salubri are, but it's something that Dracula has knowledge on. Unfortunately for your aunt, her ways prevent her from sticking around for too long before getting hunted. So she's popped in and out of Dracula's periphery, each time forgetting that she exists. But it is something that he is interested in.
Interesting. Okay.
Anything else?
I want to ask him about it. Probably. I do. I'll go find him then.
All right. So as people are starting to like filter back into the Elysium, you can pull him aside easy enough. And the two of you are alone.
I was just wondering, you're older than I am. So I was wondering if you ever heard of Golconda at all.
Golconda.
Yeah.
This is the thing that you were looking for.
Maybe, perhaps. I don't know.
I was about to approach you to discuss this. As a Salubri, I assumed that you were on the path. But yes, I am aware of Golconda. In fact, I know many things about it. And
Like what?
Well, if you would permit me, I would be willing to show it to you. To guide you down its path.
I'm gonna need more elaboration on what you mean by that, I think.
Since the time of my embrace, I have found myself as a member of for security's sake, let us say a secret society, committed to the cause of Golconda, finding a balance between the man and the beast inside, and achieving enlightenment. I could show you how to walk this path.
Like, is this a now thing or a later thing?
Oh, it would take some time.
Oh, okay. So not right now.
It is not an easy road. But I can help you achieve it. But I must warn you. The Camarilla would never let you do this.
Why not?
They believe that it is a heretical path. They believe many false things, that you Salubri are... and those who follow the path of Golconda are diabolists. They feast on the souls of others. They engage in the amaranth. This is not true.
Great.
At least it is not true in any seeker of Golconda that I have ever met.
Of course not.
You seek peace. I would tell you a secret. The Camarilla has no interest in you finding peace. If you find peace, you will not need them. And they require you to be in need.
That makes sense, I guess.
It is how they maintain power over their subjects.
Right. Okay.
If you truly seek this path, I will help you, whether or not you return my sword to me.
Well, I don't have it.
Oh, well, you are a member of the IOU. I mean the royal they, we, you,
Okay.
it's...
Right, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have it. Just want to make that very clear. I don't have any swords.
Are you sure? It's not on you somewhere right now? It's not in your pocket? Okay, good. Look, I'm joking. I'm a very funny guy back in Transylvania.
Right overhead. Not a single one landing.
Just oof. Big oof.
this thing on.
Sorry, no intelligence here.
Just be wary. The Camarilla does not have your best interests in mind.
Right. Okay.
But yes, I will teach you if it's what you want.
Right. Well, that's a lot for me to think about. Can I think about it?
You literally have all of the time in the world.
I got
Because you're a yes, okay, good.
that. I understood that one.
Yes.
Right.
And you all return to the Palace Theater. Everybody returns, including Octavia and Evelyn. Evelyn sort of like waits as everybody files back in and returns to the table.
I just want to quickly say that on our way back, I would just make it clear, like, there's a reason that I made us forget, and it's better off that we don't know. We looked as hard as we could, and there was no sword.
Implicitly, and I don't think I would have been allowed to look if I remember how it works. So, you looked everywhere.
I will also add, Evelyn, all of the conversations that happened outside of the Palace Theater, you are privy to.
Okay, I figured I would have been able to have checked in and periodically. Cool. Amazing.
So you're aware of everybody's conversations as the ravens have relayed them to you. Like a good harpy. And Evelyn will wait for everybody to be seated and gesture towards Octavia and Evelyn and say, I trust that you have alleviated my concerns that Tremere have been lying to us.
Yes, no sword was found. They had no knowledge of it, and I did have our gargoyles double-check our records.
Well, there you have it, Lord Dracula. It seems that you, unfortunately, and with no disrespect, are mistaken.
I am curious where it may lie. Just because it's not in the Chantry doesn't mean it isn't in our city.
Perhaps write a book about you visiting the Vatican. Write another book about you traveling in Italy and talk to the other Chantries.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt if we could, do another sweep of the day.
I assure you that Valentina and Charlene, they did everything they could.
By what power do you speak?
What do you mean?
You speak with such authority. You speak with such disdain for me.
I speak for someone who cares about my city, and the disturbance that your novel caused put a lot of harm in this city.
And you have stolen something from me and hidden it from me that was gifted to me by my father.
We have proven...
And you are smug.
Well, that's besides the point.
And you are condescended to a lord. And you condescend to those who are under your employ.
They are well taken care of.
You do not treat them as the valuable asset that they are. I would treat them much better as Lord of London, I feel. And as I see it, the prince... Well, there is no prince. And by the laws of your Camarilla, does it not go to the eldest? Are you the eldest in this domain?
No.
No, I think not. So allow me. I think that London is no place for the Camarilla. What say you, I owe you? I offer patronage to allow you to do whatever you like, with funding, support, and something that the Camarilla cannot give you. Freedom to choose as you see fit. You may keep your love affairs, your allies. I care not, so long as the Camarilla troubles you no more. And I will take my sword, and I will return to my castle.
You hear a quiet voice in the back. And what of the Giovanni?
The Giovanni have an ancient lineage that is very well respected, dear lords of death.
And you all see Valentina Giovanni approach Dracula, kneel, and kiss his hand.
Fuck. This is so bad.
So, what do you say?
Quick decisions are rash decisions. I would love to confer with my coterie.
You...
I'm eyeing Evelyn in this moment. Does she look like she has any sort of power to fight this at all? Because I think it's her and her alone in here with us and
you
him.
see her
Correct.
Try to speak. Look to Anne, and Anne squeezes Leon's shoulder. When the prince awakens, you will regret this decision, Lord Dracula.
If the prince awakens, I might.
And she basically becomes a scared dog.
You have nothing to fear. We are inside of Elysium. I have promised no trouble inside of its walls. So long as you don't leave, no problem.
If I may speak, lad, sorry. For me and my mates,
yes.
Oh, second.
Tell you what, you're right. Rash decisions. Do not make long-lasting choices. I would like our friendship and partnership to be entered into with a calm mind. Take a few nights. I will return. And then we may discuss this as friends, whether or not you accept. You have done nothing to me, and I am not so fragile that disappointment would bring me to frenzy. Although I would prefer not to be.
I appreciate your decorum in this matter,
Of
Lord.
course.
Shall we reconvene in 3 nights' time?
Yes. Most pleasing.
Fine. Whatever. You are dismissed.
Guess we all get up, or do we just? Is everybody just like, what do we do? Like,
She's gonna walk away.
all right. Is she safe to even leave? I kind of want to like hail her somehow.
Make sure she's
Like-
home safe.
It's like we haven't done anything to him, but like she's clearly pissed him off.
You are I assume safe to leave. Dracula's not going to stop anyone from leaving.
No, yeah, we're fine.
We're
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
We're
All right.
cool. Yeah.
Actually, fuck her. I'll just let her go off on her own. Whatever. I don't like her anyways. Yeah, cool. I'll just get up and be like, shall we? I believe we have quite the business discussion ahead of us.
Yep.
Right.
Shalone is nowhere to be seen.
Bye.
And we will leave it at that. As all of you leave the Elysium, Dracula with his proposition and something for all of you to decide on. We will end for tonight.
I'm so scared.
So tense.
I do also want to apologize. I don't know what's happening with our audio, but I'm glad that it continues to stabilize.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Sounds-
sticking with us.
Like, it sounds good on
And-
my end, so it might be internet shenanigans. So we'll try to upload to YouTube using better audio. And then, but it's fine now. So it's a good time to end the episode, I suppose.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We truly appreciate you taking the time to spend it with us in this fine Wednesday evening. And we did run long as well, so thank you. If you want to support the show, the best way to support us is by heading over to patreon.com/tabletoptitties, where you get tons of bonus content, including bonus episodes. We've got homemade spell cards in there, all sorts of behind the scenes content there. You can also find all the information about Tiddies, including that, on our website, which is tabletoptitties.com. And of course, every time we say titties, it's with double D's.
Also, check out our merch.
Yes, I do check out our merch where you can plaster the titties on yourselves. It's always a fun time, which is tabletoptitties.threadless.com. And we'll see you next week as we continue the finale of our D&D show. And of course, what's going to happen with Dracula? Who knows?
See, normally I would raid Dork Tales at this point, but for some reason they're not live.
Yeah.
What?
You wanna,
What slackers?
Do you want to quickly remind people where they can find you, Kelly?
You can find. Sorry, I've been stuck in that mode all night now. Thank you so much for having me on here. By the way, this was a lot of fun. I could not turn it down when you suggested it. I was just like, Dracula. You can find us, me and the rest of the Dork Tales crew, on twitch.tv/dorktales or youtube.com/dorktales, or on whatever podcast platform you like. If you don't find Dork Tales on that podcast platform, send me a message. Let me know, because I'll get us on there. So many of them.
All right. I'm going to find someone to raid, so stick around and show some love. Bye.